What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Can y'all hear me okay? Let me say hi. I know it's the middle of the day. It's probably not a lot of people coming in, and that's fine. It is a Saturday. Y'all are out doing what y'all do on Saturdays. But I just thought that I would come down and we would just have a quick chat, child. Nothing deep. Just a quick chat about this situation down to the skating rink with Usher and Chris Brown, child. Um, let's get into it a little bit. Let's get into it. Sam J said this is crazy. She is gearing up to go to the Lovers and Friends concert and wonders if Chris Brown is still performing. Now, my thing is, girl, you let us know when you go to the show. Report back and let us know what happened down to the Chris Brown show and the Ursha down to the Lovers and Friends. Now, for what I'm hearing is that both of them are still performing. Now I listened to Tasha K. Now that listen, I'm telling y'all what my source is, so you can take it however you want to take it, child. Allegedly, they're trying to clean this up. Y'all know that. Allegedly, they have asked everybody who was there if they have any videos or pictures to not post them, to delete them and all of that. And they're really trying to clean this whole thing up. Now, um, as of right now, hold on, let me check real quick. Let me check real quick, child, because I don't want to tell no lies. Let me see. Arguing with Usher in new video. Hold on. You know how to go down to the TMZ. I had to go because TMZ, look, if anybody else gonna have a video, TMZ gonna have it. So let me read y'all this the latest. This is uh, well, when I say the latest, this is the latest that TMZ has. Usher and Chris Brown got into a heated argument last night, which apparently led to some sort of scuffle that got violent outside. TMZ has a video of the lead up to that. Okay. Check out this footage that we obtained, which we're told was taken very early Saturday morning at the Skate Rock City roller rink in Vegas, where Chris Brown was celebrating his 34th birthday, among a lot of celebrity pals, including Usher, whom he's incredibly close with. So let's look at these videos. Let's see what we have. Hold on. Okay. So in this video, you can see Usher and Chris Brown talking, and you see Chris Brown pull away from Usher and say, "Get the fuck off me." I'm gonna show it to y'all. Give me a second, because I'm seeing this for the first time myself. And y'all know TMZ don't play. Y'all know TMZ don't play. Okay, they will flag you. So then this one says, while Usher and company sang to Chris earlier in the evening when everything was fine, things unfortunately got ugly in the wee hours of the morning. When eyewitnesses tell us Chris was attempting to talk to Tiana Taylor, who was also in attendance and sitting on a bench just outside of the rink, we're told that for whatever reason, Tiana was ignoring him. Our sources tell us this pissed Chris off and he started to yell at her. And that's when Usher intervened and tried to calm him down. You can see that in the video here. Okay. We're told Chris wasn't having it, cursing at Usher and Tiana, but then mostly focusing his anger directly at Usher. Eventually, our sources say Chris told his crew they were leaving and they exited the facility. We're told Usher took off his skates and went after them. Eyewitnesses who say they were present for this tell us we saw Usher go behind a string of charter buses that were parked in the lot where Chris and his crew were. We're told a short time later, Usher emerged with what appeared to be a bloody nose. Unclear if it went to the hospital or if a police report was filed. We've reached out to Vegas Metro but haven't heard anything. Meanwhile, Usher, Tiana, and Chris have all been radio silent this morning, with none of them having said a thing yet to confirm or deny a report initially put out by Hollywood Unlocked. Y'all know how we feel about Hollywood Unlocked after they killed the Queen. Y'all know how we feel about Hollywood Unlocked. But this video does seem to support that there was some sort of misunderstanding. Okay. Thing is, Usher is slated to hit the stage tonight there in Vegas for his Lovers and Friends Festival, as is Chris. Unclear if either of them is going to go through with it. We'll see. Child, both of them are going to perform. Both of them are going to perform, in my opinion. If y'all are talking in the chat, I don't see it. Hold on, let me go to YouTube. Because if y'all are talking in the chat, I don't see it. It says it's 29 of y'all in the room, but I guess nobody's talking. Okay, so I guess nobody's talking. The only person I see is T Jones. Okay. All right, no problem. I just wanted to make sure because sometimes the comments are delayed. So let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into this. This is what I heard. This is a combination of what I've read slash what I've heard slash TMZ, Tasha K. I ain't know this started with Hollywood Unlocked. Lord have mercy. But again, this video does look like it supports it. I'm gonna show y'all the video in a second because it's a really small clip, and y'all know how TMZ is, but it's a really small clip. But I'll show it to y'all in a second. Now, this is what I had heard. Okay, this is what I had heard. This is what they saying. They're saying that Chris Brown is mad at Tiana Taylor going all the way back to his AMA non-performance. Was it the American Music Awards or was it the Billboard Awards? When was he supposed to do that Michael Jackson tribute and it got trashed? It was either the American Music Awards or the Billboard Awards. Either way, allegedly, Tiana Taylor was supposed to be a part of that performance. And allegedly, Tiana Taylor pulled out of the performance before it got scrapped. And Chris Brown felt like she sort of left him hanging. Like, you didn't have my back kind of thing. He didn't invite her. Okay, so let me go back to the beginning. Usher threw this party for Chris Brown. Chris Brown did not plan this party for himself. This was Usher's party that he threw for Chris Brown. Allegedly, it was a surprise party. I don't know how it could have been a surprise party, but okay. But Usher rented out, allegedly, Usher rented out the skating ring. Usher paid for everything. This was Usher's party that he threw for Chris. He was hosting it, his party. So he invited Tiana Taylor. Maybe he didn't realize that Tiana Taylor and Chris had beef. My thing is, if you know Chris mad at you, why did you come? You didn't have to show up to the party. But neither here nor there. Tiana was there. Allegedly, Tiana and Chris have been friends for a very long time. And Chris really hasn't been talking to her since that performance. And that was like, what, 6 months ago? That was a while ago that he was supposed to do that performance. Now, maybe Tiana showed up as a peace offering saying, listen, this is my boy. Yeah, he mad at me right now, but it's still his birthday. And I'm going to come party it up and I'm going to come celebrate with him. Maybe, I don't know. It could have been all those different reasons why she decided to come to the party, right? But allegedly, everything is alleged. Allegedly, he was talking to her crazy. He was talking to her crazy, disrespecting her. And maybe that is when she started ignoring him. What's up, Treasure Lane? Mwah! What's up, boo? Maybe that's when he started ignoring. I mean, maybe that's why she was ignoring him. Maybe this wasn't the beginning of the conversation. Maybe this was the second part of the conversation or, whatever. But allegedly, that is what happened. Usher stood in to say, hey, bruh, you can't talk to her like that. Like, come on now, don't do that. Like, come on, chill out, calm down. Now, allegedly, Chris Brown was drunk and some other stuff. Allegedly. And when Usher tried to calm him down and tell him, hold up, bruh, don't do that, he wasn't really here for it. He wasn't really here for it. He wasn't trying to hear it. He left out. He said, well, then I'm leaving then. And Usher was like, how you gonna leave your own party, bruh? Like, this is a big ass skating rink. You can skate over there. She over here. It's 500 people here, bruh. You ain't gotta leave. And allegedly, Chris and his entourage rolled out. They was like throwing up the deuces, rolling out. Usher went after him, trying to talk him into staying, trying to talk him into coming back. And allegedly, all of this is alleged. I can't stress that enough. Allegedly, it wasn't Chris Brown that assaulted Usher. It was his entourage that did it. It wasn't allegedly. It was not Chris Brown. It was his entourage. They said that they beat up Usher. And then you heard the rest, that Usher showed up with a bloody nose. Now, allegedly, according to Tasha K's sources, and I'm letting y'all know where this is coming from, Tasha K. According to Tasha K's sources, they're trying to keep everything on the hush hush. They've asked everybody that has video not to post it, but y'all know people gonna post it. You know the video gonna come out. So they don't. It sounds like they didn't have video. It sounds like nobody has video of an actual altercation, because it happened outside behind these buses or whatever. But they say that Usher came out from behind them buses with a bloody nose. Unless he gonna say he fell. Unless he gonna say he fell and bumped his nose. Your nose made contact with something. Why is it being kept quiet? Because it's just not a good look. It's not a good look. They don't want people thinking that these two powerhouses are out here fighting. It's just not a good look. If I were working PR for either one of them, I would be doing the same thing. I would be trying my best to stop it from getting out. And back in the day, this goes back to us being a 24-hour social media. 10 years ago, this would never have gotten out. There might have been rumors. People might be like, did you hear it was a fight at the Usher party? But nobody did. It wouldn't have got out. The PR would have been able to keep a lid on it. Think about how many salacious stories come out after the fact. You be like, damn, that's what was going on? Dang, that happened? We hear all these stories from like Motown and from the 70s and the 80s. Child, why are people protecting Chris? There are people who are paid to protect Chris. That's what I'm saying, Aquarius. I understand that you might be like, F them, whatever, but there are people who get paid a lot of money to protect Chris Brown. The vid is out, so by the night. Well, I think now that the video was out, that's another conversation. But I think they were really trying to stop it from getting out. I think that was again, I never felt like it was too many people around for the video not to be seen. But I'm just telling you, this all alleged. That don't mean what I'm saying is true. It's alleged that allegedly they were trying to keep it under wraps. That they were allegedly trying to keep it under wraps. That's what I'm hearing. Now let's look at this video. Let's look at the video, child. Hold on, let me look at it on silent. Because again, y'all know how TMZ play. So hold on. Let me listen to it on silent. Hold on. Okay. All right. Some of that you can't really hear what's being said, but you see Usher and Chris talking, and if you can hear it, if you play it, you can find this on TMZ, but you can hear you can hear Chris saying, "Get the fuck off me," and pushing away from Usher. So I'm gonna let you guys see the video. It's kind of grainy, so it's dark, so I'm gonna turn the volume down because it's playing it's playing a song, and I don't want to get a copyright, so I'm gonna just let y'all see the video. Okay. That's Tiana over there, and there's Usher and Chris, and that's when he pushes away from Usher and he says, "Get the fuck off me." Again, it's not a long video; it's a very short clip. You can go to tmz.com and see the whole, and see it, and you can hear it yourself. Or TMZ has it on their YouTube channel. But again, it was music and all that good stuff. So I just want you guys. It's a real small clip, but it does seem to support that Chris and Usher had some sort of a disagreement because you could clearly see him saying, "Get the fuck off me," and pushing away. So was it a fight or argument? So what they said was that, hey Xavier, what they said was that the argument started inside, and then Chris left. Ursha followed him, and the altercation allegedly took place outside. Now, what I heard, again, it came from Tasha K. Chow, is that um it was the entourage, not Chris. That Chris did not physically assault Ursha. It was the entourage. But I don't know how anybody knows that because it sounds like the altercation took place behind the buses outside and nobody was out there. I think eventually, somebody's gonna have to make a statement, but maybe not. Now, let me say this: if, and I do mean if Chris Brown's PR person has been able to get through to him, if 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 Chris Brown's PR person has been able to get through to him, what they would do if I was going to Olivia Pope the situation, they would be on stage together tonight. If I was going to Olivia Pope the situation, they would be on stage together tonight. And I would have them address the situation without addressing the situation. Meaning, I might have them say something like, "Well, people talking crazy out there, right?" And laughing about it, and then let them just do a little dance together, sing a little doo wop together. Then that's what I would do if I was really trying to squash this, and I was really working PR for either one of them. Now that's what I would do. Y'all are gonna be on the same concert tonight. Y'all gonna be there together. I would have them go on stage together, squash it. If that's what you're really trying to do. Now, if Ursha ain't over it and he's still mad and he's still in his feelings, or if Chris is still mad and he's still in his feelings, then that might not be how it goes down. But I'm telling you, if it's me and if I'm Olivia Pope for one of them, they going on stage together tonight, even if it's only for 5 minutes. Even if it's only for 5 minutes, and that squashes all this. Chris should have ignored T and enjoyed the party. His friend threw him. He and his entourage are ignorant. Well, yeah. Yeah, pretty much. That's what I heard. Yeah. And the thing is this. I mean, I think overall we just sick of Chris and his antics, and it's always something with him. A lot of people love Ursha, so we don't want to think about the fact that he could have possibly have gotten hurt, assaulted, hit, punched, kicked, whatever, just because he was trying to defend his friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot of people don't want to think like that. Do I believe it could have happened? Yeah, I believe it could have happened. Do I believe it did happen? I don't know. But I definitely believe it could have happened, especially if it was his entourage and not actually him. Even though his entourage should know better. Now, here's the thing: once Usher went outside, maybe his mouth got slick. I don't know. I think a lot of times we like to think that Usher's like the good guy, just always with the smile. But maybe his mouth got a little thick. Maybe he got a little. I'm not saying that makes it okay for him to get assaulted, but I'm saying that the argument may have escalated. You know what I'm saying? And maybe Ursha said some things out his mouth. Chris said some things out his mouth, and maybe his entourage took offense to some of the things that Ursha said. I don't know. I'm not defending no physical assault if that is what happened. I'm just saying maybe it escalated beyond Tiana Taylor. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I heard. Now Tasha K added a whole lot more stuff to the sauce. Y'all can go over there and listen to what she had to say. But it sounds as though allegedly Chris and Tiana have some sort of beef, allegedly, and the response was Usher tried to defend Tiana. There was an argument that escalated to an altercation. That's what it sounds like. They have that Lovers and Friends Festival today, so I don't think either of them is going to confirm anything today. Well, that's why I said I feel like if it's me, if I'm on PR and we're really trying to bury it, like we really want it to go away. If I'm working PR for either one of them, yeah, they going on stage together. Either Chris is gonna come out on stage during Usher's set, or Usher's gonna come out on stage during Chris's set. They're gonna do a little 1-2 step. They're gonna hug and they're gonna get on stage. They don't even really have to say nothing. They don't have to verbally address it. All they gotta do, and then what people are gonna do is everybody's gonna post a video of them on stage together dancing, and in 24 hours we won't even be talking about it anymore. That's if they want to just leave it. That's if they want to let it go. That's my opinion. If they want to just let it go, that's my opinion. And if I'm the Olivia Pope, oh, that's what we're doing. If I'm the Olivia Pope to this situation, that is what we're doing. If Chris was trying to check Tiana, then he better watch out for Iman. And that now DeAndre, that's my question. Where is Iman? Because I don't think he played them kind of games when it comes to her. I I just don't think that. I know that they haven't really been seen together in a while. Now I know that the last time everybody was trying to talk about, oh, we haven't seen them together, blah blah blah. He was working, she was working, but he don't play about her. And if Chris Brown was being disrespectful and was talking crazy to her, he might want to be on the phone. He might want to be on the lookout for a 7'2" dude looking for him. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Amani is filming the shot. Well, there you go. All I'm saying is Vegas ain't nothing but a plane ride away, bruh. Vegas ain't nothing but a plane ride away. Now we know that Tiana can take care of herself, so I ain't worried about that. Tiana can take care of herself, y'all. I ain't even worried about that. But that's what I have now. If you want me to add let me give y'all a little bit of sauce that Tasha K put on there. Now let me add the sauce to it. Allegedly, Usher and Chris Brown have the same management, and Chris Brown allegedly has always been a little jelly of Usher being so mainstream and his management team not being able to get him mainstream. I think that's a stretch. I think Chris Brown absolutely understands why he is not mainstream and why he can't be mainstream. You had the image, you had the squeaky clean image. Everybody loved you. Everybody thought you were the cutest little thing, the next Michael Jackson. You was getting the movie roles and the double mint commercials, and you were getting all of the endorsements, and then you beat up your girlfriend. Like it ain't like, sir. And the reality is, people have come back from something like that, but you chose to embrace the bad boy image, right? You got the moniker. You would, and let's be clear, you would have never lived it down. And I told y'all this before, and I know some of y'all don't agree with me, but I told y'all this before. In my opinion, in my opinion, Chris will never live it down what happened with Rihanna, because Rihanna has become such a star and she's become such a darling. If Rihanna had been a one hit wonder and had gone away and Chris continued to stay in music, it would have been, in my opinion, people wouldn't even pay no attention to it. It would be one of those things that we talk about people all the time. Oh, remember, we heard that, it happened. The other thing is the pictures. Those pictures of Rihanna are never going to go anywhere. So it's going to be hard, not impossible, but you didn't play the game, Chris. You didn't play the game. And yes, then you got into another relationship where you had a whole nother allegedly abusive situation to the point where this woman got a restraining order against you. So the reality is you have embraced the bad boy image. So I don't think that, and that's my opinion. I don't think that that's necessarily true because I think Chris Brown absolutely understands why he's not mainstream. You ain't gonna get no Vegas residency like Usher because you don't have Usher's reputation. The worst thing we done heard about Usher is that he was running around sleeping with women and giving people herpes. That's the worst thing we done heard about Usher. That he slept with his wife's bridesmaid the week before the wedding. The wife, and then we didn't even find out about that until him and that woman was the divorce. You know what I mean? Like the worst we've heard about him is that he's a womanizer. Right, dark chocolate. Yeah. V Carter, absolutely. Yeah, I mean Karuchi definitely, and the fact that she had the restraining order and all of that. And that's what I'm saying. Like you listen, Chris Brown has some issues. I mean, that's my opinion. He's got some issues. He's got some issues. So but Usher has been able to maintain a relatively above board career. Again, the worst that, in my opinion, now if it's something else, y'all put it in the chat. But the worst that I remember really hearing about Usher is, like I said, is that he was a womanizer, that he was out here cheating on people, and we know he like older women, but that's not a crime. I mean, there's a lot of people that he was of age, he was legal when he was dating these older women. But that's the worst that I've really heard about it. You know what I mean? Yeah, you never hear about Usher getting into fights and things. I'm inclined to believe that Chris Brown was the problem. Yeah, I mean, again, if you ask me, if you said I need you to tell me who you believe or who you think started this, I would have to say Chris Brown, just off of his reputation. Now I wasn't there and I don't know these people, but if you said I need you to tell me right now what you think, that would have to be my answer. You know, but the reality of the situation is, no, none of us know. That's the news that's being reported. That's what's coming out. I've read, Shade Room and Neighborhood Talk and TMZ. I have read all of them, and all of them generally have the same story. Doesn't mean the story is true. It just means that they all are generally reporting the same thing. And again, we did see that video where you can see Chris Brown pulling away from Chris, and if you listen, go back and listen to it, go to TMZ's website or whatever, and you can hear Chris Brown telling Usher, "Get the f off me." So there clearly was something. That doesn't mean that it escalated. It just means that in that video, you definitely could see that Chris and Usher were having a heated conversation, and Chris pushing away from Usher, telling him to get off of him. So if there's an update to be given, y'all know I'll bring it to y'all. If more video drops, we'll look at it. They'll both be on stage tonight. Usher will be there no matter what. He's a professional, and it's his damn concert. Lovers and Friends. That's his show. Usher tends not to feed the blogs. Yeah, and that's why I'm saying, and I think that's why the PR was like, we don't, no nobody say nothing about it. It's almost like if a tree falls in the forest, but there's nobody there to hear it, did it really fall? I really feel like that's kind of what the management is doing. Like, listen, if we don't acknowledge what happened, did it really happen? And I honestly think that's kind of where we're going with this. Like, we just gonna pretend like we don't see it. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil kind of thing. And I think they're just going to ignore it. Personally, I think they're just going to ignore it. I think again, I do believe both of them will be on stage tonight. Both of them will be at the show. And again, if it were me, if I were the Olivia Pope of this situation, they would be on stage together. They don't even have to speak on it, acknowledge it, or nothing. Let Chris Brown come out while Usher is doing uh what's one of his fast songs? I don't know. Let let Usher go out on stage while Chris is doing run it. Do a little two step with him, hit a little 1 2 1 2, and let the crowd go wild. Let them take their pictures, let them upload their videos. And what's today? Saturday. By Monday, we'll be talking about the latest bullshit that happened down to the YSL trial. Child, we won't even think no more about it. We won't even be thinking no more about it. That's my opinion. That's my prediction. Usher's team will ignore this. I agree. And I think if I had to guess, I think that's whose team is the one that is ignoring it. If I had to guess, it's Usher's team that's ignoring it. That's like, we're not feeding it. We're not feeding it. Tiana's team ain't said nothing. They do have a song. Okay, let them go. Let them do a little one verse of the song. They got. I didn't know they had a song together. Let them do a little verse of the song they have together. You know what I'm saying? Do a little 1 2. Do a little 1 2. But anyway, this is just meant to be a little quick chat, you guys. I have to go. I have to get ready. I'm going out tonight. I told you guys I had plans this evening. I didn't know we was gonna have a whole situation, but I'm getting ready to get myself together and get out of this house. But if there's some update or something, y'all know we'll have to come down and I'll probably see y'all tomorrow. We'll talk about it, okay? But go over to the TMZ and see that video and you tell me what you guys think. Chris Brown is so talented. We are watching him self destruct. His dad was abusive. Franklin's dad was a drunk. Chris better take notes. Mm. Thank you. All right, y'all. I'm out. Mwah! Hit the like button if you haven't done so on your way out the door. Bye. New thing is their song together. Okay. I didn't know nothing about it. Hmm.